for me, it's like maybe the articulation of, I'm very specific of my back articulation. I think I have sort of a successive way of moving as a dancer. I sort of like that. But I also like when it's the opposite, when people ask me to be something else, because that I love when my brain is challenged, what my nerve system is sort of set up to do automatically.
Yeah.
But by default, as a dancer, I'm very off-center. I like to go down to come up. I like to stay up a little, not on the ground. I don't like jumping that much. I think I have a sense of what my qualities are and what my habits are. I'm very into flow. And I have to be very focused on, because I love specificity in physicality and in movement intent. But when I dance by myself, I sort of have to just dance and then go back and say, okay, where is this arm going?
Yeah.
Where is the weight? Where is the facing? Stuff like that. But I'm very flowy and continuous.
And then you find
And then I find the nuances within that. One of my strengths is detailing. I love specificity and details. A clear mover within my, natural movement habit.
the intent is clear.
Yeah. I can force movement out of me, but it's the action of stop and not
moving through.
It's not a yield, it's a stop sign.
Yeah.
I like yielding. I like yield signs. I don't like stop signs. It's very hard for me to stop and then go on. I will stop. In my head it will be a stop, but physically it won't transform itself into a stop. I think that's... I don't have, it's not that I say I don't want to connect with people.
Right.
My intent when I go on stage is that my effort and my presence and my dedication to what I'm doing is what makes the connection. And not me trying to show off, I can do this, I can do that.
I am highly physical and I'm also very cerebral. So physical in that I like to take up space. I like floor work. I like to integrate the whole body, so full body movement. But I am very cerebral in that I am constantly thinking about everything. So that makes me also specific. So I'm very clear and specific in what I'm doing.
I like to think that I'm a pretty eclectic mover. If I'm improvising, I tend to go towards a more angular movement because I think it's I like awkward, gnarled pictures of the body. But I like to think in a dance class that doesn't matter really the style, that I can pick up and get the gist of it. I pay more attention to shape, like picture and space around me, and space in my body.
I don't see a picture before I move. It's always internal. Whether or not, I don't know if I've ever been quite aware of what I feel on the inside, what that actually looks like on the outside. I'm not sure if I know what that is. And when I've gone to look at video of me years ago, I usually surprise myself that I could do that quality or make that thing happen, because I know that I have a quality that's can be very liquid, fluid and quirky and feminine. I know that those are qualities that I've had, but I've only come to know those recently. It's not something that I've known for a really long time. Physically, however, through rehearsal process, there are times where I've had moments where I thought, God, this was really difficult at first, and now I feel able, especially after doing a piece for so long. So there's a repetitive runs of something, season to season, getting to a different emotional place, getting to another, like a groundedness, or getting to a place where I can control the movement. Those things make me feel powerful as a dancer. So I think that's been, as I've grown, I think that's been my strength, able to feel other people, be aware of what's happening in the space, not just the people that I'm moving with, but the people who are watching as well. There's a connectedness or connectivity that I think is beyond the physical thing that I do. That classical ballet training technique has always been why people liked me, and I've used it as my way in as an African American dancer. Not many of us were trained in that way, and so to have a black girl walk into a black company and be trained classically was really special. It was actually looked at as a strength, not a weakness. So for me, that's always sort of shaped who people thought that I was. What choreographers have always liked about me is that I've been able to morph. And I've only recently come to know that that's a strength. That's sort of the repertory idea. That sort of the qualities from one choreography to the next. Those things I'm able to do without an awkwardness in any genre. I feel comfortable doing anything that requires some sense of a technical focus or exactness. Even though I think when I watch myself dance, I'm not as exact as I thought that I was. But I like the drive or the focus that gives me. I like to move when things feel like liquid and feel like they're rolling through, undulating. I love that feeling, like through all parts of my body. I think if they walk away from watching me dance thinking that I am honest and authentic in my work, that if they can't put a name to whatever it was that they get from watching me dance, that's more useful than any particular quality. So, I mean that, I guess, authenticity and presence, more than anything.
Virtuosity for me is not just, athleticism, or, virtuosity is, you can be delicate and still, in my head, be virtuosic. I think there's something about the intent you give to certain things. It's that decides the level of it. Which is really interesting, because I think for many people, when you say virtuosity, it's sort of like, it's very dense. But in virtuosity, it's more like, it's nuances. It's saying, for me, it's saying that I can still be feminine, but I can also command space. I can command effort and strength, but it will be in the parameters of, my body. Not so much gender specific, but it's my body.
It's the look what I can do, like what I've been able to push the body to be able to do, not just in terms of strength and flexibility, those things, not like a contortionist. Look what I can do, but like, look, the finesse about virtuosity on top of what the body can do. That's important. There's a confidence behind a virtuoso. You can't go into that stuff not knowing that you're able to do it. So there's an assuredness about people who have the virtuosity movement, and there's a heavenliness about it. You know, there's a otherworldliness about virtuosos, as if yes they trained, yes they work on the skill. Like we know that the skill takes a thing, but that God just kissed them with a little extra something, you know, to make them able to do. You know? So it's a quality, it's a feeling, confidence, it's all of that on top of what the body can do. So 6 o'clock penché is fine, but it's the way that you go
There's
into
an artistry
it. It's
about
the
it.
length of time you
Yeah.
hold it. It's knowing how to pull out of it that makes it virtuous. Which we are losing.